how do we review medical records and identify red flags? When we review medical records, very often we don't know what the malpractice was. We know someone was injured, and we know potentially the injury is a result of negligent care. Negligent care is defined as care that does not meet what's called the standard of care, which is what a reasonable and prudent practitioner would do under the circumstances. So when we review medical records, we are sometimes looking for a needle in a haystack. We are sometimes looking for a smoking gun to see if there's any evidence of improper care. Sometimes we don't find a smoking gun, or we don't find the needle in the haystack, but we are able to review a patient's clinical course, the communication between healthcare providers, the communication between radiologists, for instance, if they've interpreted a study that has what's called a critical result, which requires immediate medical care or medical intervention. So it's very much like CSI, where we have all of these medical records, all of this data from sometimes weeks and weeks of provider care in a hospital. Sometimes it's an emergency department visit and the records are more limited. So we review the records with an open mind, without any kind of bias, looking for a particular theory or a particular negligent act, and we evaluate it objectively. And then once we do see that there was potentially negligent care, we then send those records to the appropriate medical expert, whether it's a critical care physician or an emergency department physician or a labor and delivery nurse, in order to get their expertise, their specialized knowledge, and their informed review of the medical records and identify for us negligent care. And that negligent care must have caused the injury that the patient suffered. That is one of the challenges we have in medical cases. Sometimes the easy part is proving negligence, but we must also prove that that negligence caused the injuries that our clients or our client's decedent has suffered.